In the top left, as the pink Protoss. On Simulacrum, it's Zest. And in the bottom right corner, as the blue Protoss, it's Nice. Both players getting their double gas, getting their gates on the high ground. We will see what the first two units are out of the first two gateways. If anybody proxies, I don't know, man, they might. Might not. That's the game of StarCraft! And it's gonna be double adept. They didn't use game heart. Okay, double adept out of Nice, and double stalker out of Zest. Double stalker means a more sustained aggression from Zest is very likely. While Nice is going to try to slide these adepts by, keep sending shades up the ramp, making Zest get the pylon block and quite possibly pull his stalkers home if he doesn't want to eat a ton of probes and damage. Hopefully, for Zest, he can catch these adepts out on the map and start pounding out damage. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen as they both circle on opposite sides of the city here. First shade up the ramp and first shield battery block. There's the cancel. Zest forced to throw down double pylon. Stalkers poking at the wall of Nice though. It looks like they might get a kill. No, the high ground is reached, but they're still too close. Down it goes. There's nothing left to defend at home here. I mean, it can lift like a stalker for a while. Shield battery in the middle line will make these probes a little bit tankier if the stalkers get overeager. First gate is finished. Two Phoenix on the map. I don't know why Zest wouldn't just engage that. I'm a little bit confused on that point. Zest has cleaned up back at home as well. He's going to continue pushing forward these stalkers. Nice drops a proxy pylon to the bottom left, but I think Nice is in a little bit of trouble. Zest ahead in army supply, barreling down the ramp, and with a warp prism for a lot of utility for reinforcement in micro. The Phoenix are going to try to mitigate that advantage by taking out the warp prism, but you're going to be under heavy stalker fire if they try to do so. Down goes the frontal shield battery. There's the target fire on the stalkers of Nice. Probes shade through. Do get a surround on the stalkers, but I don't know, Kev. Actually, not too many probes going down there. They got really injured, but they're gonna pull back to the shield battery, and that, of course, will instantly recharge all their batteries. All their shield energy. And all told, things are pretty even here. Zest, continuing to commit to Stalkers, moves the Warp Prism forward. He has quite a bit in the bank to either drop a second Nexus or get a Warping going. He's going to go for the latter choice. Nice. With plenty of Phoenix in the air collecting energy. And a small ground army of his own. Very small, though. Minuscule, even. Army supplies and worker counts are even as the engagement begins. Nice. Takes an early production hit. He's gonna try and pull home his 2 Adepts. Ooh. One Stalker gets cut off and picked off. Nice. Reunites his entire army. And is going to do his best to dance back and forth between the shield battery and the army of Zest. Nice. Overextends a little bit. Oh man, I think Nice overextended here. Zest. Okay. No, Zest able to save units cut off by the Force Field. Using the Warp Prism, down goes another gateway for Nice here. But army count has evened up somewhat. Zest still ahead 8 supply. Worker count remains the same for both players. However, Zest has grabbed a second Nexus behind this. Nice. Sends out an Oracle. There is a shield battery here, and there are 2 Stalkers, though, so that's going to get shut down. 2 Immortals hit the field for Nice, though. Is it time for him to make his move? Probably not, actually. This is still a tiny, tiny, tiny army. Zest is going to go home, though. He's going to break contain. He's just happy that his second Nexus is going to be almost finished or entirely finished by the time Nice throws his down. Nice. Escorting out the Warp Prism. There's 2 Phoenix, and now it's his turn to go on the attack. Immortals. Corner the Immortal of Zest. They will get the kill on it. Nice, trying to knock down the pylon and delay the next Immortal from getting out, but it's not going to be successful. He does escape with most of his units. An Oracle probably looking to tag the army of Zest, just scouting around. Neither player going for a third yet. 11 minutes into this game. Zest is actually going into Phoenix now. Double Phoenix, as a matter of fact. Well, Nice pumps out a couple Oracles. Nice goes out on the attack. He is behind in army supply, though. Nice does a good job baiting the force fields out. Pretty big shade forward from Zest. But is it going to do much? It does proc the shields on the Immortals. And with that, Phoenix are going to get a lift on most of them, actually. On both sides. But Zest just has the numbers. GG is called. Zest. In the bottom left corner of Everdream, as the pink Protoss, it's Zest. And in the top right, as the red Zerg, it's Ragnarok. We made it to the first semi-final. See, all that waiting paid off. It's me casting in English, and then Crank casting in Korean. And I would expect nothing less from Ragnarok. It's going to be a proxy hatch opener. The cheesy red Zerg. I mean, living up to his reputation here. He's no Bly, but he's pretty aggressive. This is, of course, going to get at least some delay on any hopeful expansions for Zest. Zest hasn't pulled any probes out yet, so he's going to go for a Zealot. But he needs to pull some probes to help, or this hatchery will finish and will start building units in his base. I mean, Zest is one of the best Protoss in the world. So he's got to have a plan up his sleeve to deal with this. Ragnarok, at the same time, taking a second hatch at his third location. He's only leaving 2 drones and gas. Okay, so he rallies a third, but this is not a ton of gas income here for the Zerg. He is going to let the hatch finish. And he is going to build an Overlord. Alright, I'm not sure what I was expecting here, but it wasn't an Overlord. Is he gonna make anything with that second set of lings, or... Okay. He is gonna make lings. Cannot kill the cocoon. So, Ragnarok, after all that, gets himself a delay on the Protoss Nat, as well as a scout in the main, which has nothing in it. There's nothing else to see here. Zest, in the meantime, sends 2 adepts across the map. He's not going to take on any drones. He's just going to kind of ineffectually shoot the glaives into the hatchery. Zest getting up a Stargate, about halfway finished, but Ragnarok is not going to give him time There are plenty of links here. It's more than enough to break through the Stalker. I think he could have gotten this round on the... Oh, the Adept Shades out of the wall! That might be a huge mistake here for Zest. All of the shield's gone off of the Stalker. He's trying to back the Stalker off so that the Zealot can block for it, but it just can't back up enough, so damage going down on both the Zealot and the Stalker. Nothing being produced in these gateways. The lane count is heavily diminished. However, the Stalker and the Zealot falls. Ragnarok is not streaming more links behind this. He's not committing. He's getting up more drones at home and throwing down 3 safety spores. More gate tech has finished for the Protoss. Should be able to warp in a couple units in time to stop these lings from killing the pylon. In fact, he will. There goes 1 ling. There goes 2 lings. And he's going to shade across the map to try to get economic damage done to Ragnarok. Ragnarok knows what's coming, so he's going to spam out about 6 lings. While Zest gets out a second Oracle. First Oracle is heading into the Zerg. Nat. But, I mean, already 3 shots going down, and the Spore Crawler hit. I mean, it's going to get 0 kills. It did force a fake Spore Crawler, but Ragnarok just going to cancel and make that an Evo Chamber. Zest, with twice the Oracles, twice the laser beams, swoops into the Zerg main. He'll be able to zap 2 drones, and that's it. That's all the damage he gets. And both these Oracles have taken hull damage now, so they're going to be softened up if they want to go back in. Lings, trolling, out on the map. And Ragnarok is going to very quickly establish map control here. He's sitting at a nice, comfortable 53 workers. He can definitely pivot off this into a military focus on his larva. He's going to flood 18 lings, 8 more on the way. Overlord going down. Will supply block him. Oracles have a lot of energy. They can actually gun down all these lings. They need to catch up first, though. And Ragnarok is going to try to get a surround on the third. Is he, though? Okay, Zest drops Revelation. I'm surprised, kind of, he didn't burn down all the lings, because he's not going to find any damage on the drone line anytime soon. And could be dropping stasis wards as well, but it's just using the threat of laser beams to remove the Zergling. Ragnarok has some Banelings ready to crash into this mineral line. It's a trap. And Zest committing to mass Oracle. 7 Oracles on the map. Now they can do some damage to a mineral line, even with a couple Spore Crawlers there to help out. Alright, a lot of the Adepts have fallen. Actually, all of the Adepts have fallen. Banelings chasing the probes. They crash into the pylon. That's a little bit of a waste, but does force the evacuation from the third base. The link's kind of derping onto the gas. In the meantime, Zest's Oracles crash into the Nat of the Zerg. They are trying to find as much damage as they possibly can. Ragnarok just swarming the lings forward. GG is calm, and Ragnarok in the bottom left of Golden Wall, as the pink cross, it's Zest, and in the bottom right, as the red Zerg, it's Ragnarok. Bottom, bottom. Bottom, bottom. I think these little things are gross, like the little seaweeds. But, yeah, so for the first time in a long time, we have a gold base. It's a really weird one. You got your gas here off to the right. You got your gold patches in a straight line. Golden Wall is really unique. I don't, we haven't had like too many pro games on this map so far at all. The new season just started, but yeah, Ragnarok, of course, is going to take the gold base right off the bat. But you have these mineral patches here. They're 20 apiece, and they're double stacked. When you open these up, you open up this entire bottom half of the map. That's right, the entire bottom half of the map is sealed off from the rest of the map. You can clear this double stack as well, but that's really difficult. You got to pull your drones out way far from your base to get those mined out. Even this third is pretty far away. So I don't even know what utility that would have to mine this out in the middle, to be honest. But you open a second and then third, that could be a little bit safer. However, it definitely shortens the distance to your opponent's main if you clear out the mineral patches in your main base. Zest has his initial adept repelled. Second adept isn't going to have much more success. I mean, he totally scouted the gold base, and he's got to figure out what he wants to do about this. Rag is getting up his third, which does mean creep will slowly spread out here. Zest is going for a robotics facility. Okay, Ragnarok's pulling the queens, and he's going for a roachling all-in. I actually don't even... I mean, he has 3 bases up. Yeah, the worker count's too low. This is definitely an all-in. These gold patches should start... Okay, they're pretty stacked, actually. But... Ravager pounding out damage on the shield battery. Oh no, he biles some of his own links. That's exactly what the Protoss wants you to do. But there's the second, third bile on the pylon. Damage just being dished out. However, Zest did have time to get DTs out on the map. Zealot goes down, but the probes are able to clean this up with the help of the DTs. However, did Zest take too much damage? I mean, the Cybercore is going to fall at the front. He did take out the queens, but Ragnarok only ahead 4 workers after all of that. Now, he is ahead in army supply as well, but Zest is going to go for an Archon drop very soon, I feel. Ragnarok only has an inject queen on one base, but he's making one at a second. He can't do any damage here. He can do 0 damage. Archons deal too much splash for the wings to engage. So he's just trying to keep Zest tied down at home. And here's the double Archon drop. Ragnarok is going to poke in at the wall. Zest. Probably going to drop behind this gold mineral line and try to get some zaps on the drones. Spinecrawler will put a timer on this, but at least some denied mining here. Oh no! Ragnarok got a ton of lings in the door, and I don't think there are enough DTs to deal with this in time. A lot of these probes are softened up from the previous attack. They're gonna mine right through the lings. GG, Ragnarok.